The Long Island International Film Expo is back and in person. Join us August 10th through the 15th at the Bellmore Movies and Showplace for our 24th annual festival, screening 115 films from around the world with 20 world premieres and dozens of U.S., New York, and Long Island premieres. LIIFE is where filmmakers from all around the globe gather to share their art. Filmmaking panels, parties, and Q&As with the filmmakers all week long, plus a closing night awards ceremony with Daniel Baldwin, Kim Delaney, and Kristin Thorne. Get tickets and more information at longislandfilm.com.
Right now, I'm with Kristin Thorne, who is from WABC, and she has won the Excellent in Broadcasting Award. So nice to meet you.
You too. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. And this is the 24th Long Island International Film Expo, and I've been here since the first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Not
is
on this end of
awesome.
it, but on another end of it.
24 years, you've seen a lot of change.
Yes. So now, what made you decide to go into broadcasting?
I've always been interested in journalism ever since I was 14 years old. I started internships. I started working at the high school newspaper. I had an English teacher who kind of told me, "You're a great writer. You should go. Why don't you try journalism?" I grew up in Maryland. She said, "Go try this camp at University of Maryland." So I went. I did that. Then once I got into college, I thought, let me try writing a little bit more. I tried writing for the college paper. Wasn't so thrilled with that. So then I went and got an internship in radio, then TV. And
How did you end up at ABC?
10 years ago, I got the job and I said yes. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard to say yes to WABC.
You cover Long Island, basically, right?
Yes.
So, but you also do a lot of charity work because you do work for the Little Shelter,
Vincent de Paul Society.
Yes.
Yep. So I do that. The Little Shelter, and just little things I can get involved in. I'm a merit badge counselor for the Boy Scouts because my son's a Boy Scout. Any little thing that I can get involved in, I'm going to get involved in.
Where do you find the time?
I know, and I did a triathlon this morning. I did.
Really?
Yes, I was just getting the sticker off my arm, actually.
So explain to everybody what exactly is a triathlon.
Yeah, so this morning I swam a half-mile swim, a 9.8-mile bike ride, and a 3.3-mile run. Yes. Wow. And I placed third in my age group.
How do you train for something like that?
You wake up early. I don't want to overdo myself either. So I almost feel like
I think it's too late for that.
I know. You know what? Because you get one life.
Winning this award here at Long Island International Film Expo, what does that mean to you?
I was saying to Rick, who's doing the public relations for this event, that this really feels to me, especially this year, what broadcasters have been through, what people in the media have been through this pandemic. We have been there for people, telling them all the information they needed to protect themselves, protect their families. And I think the media...
Where would we be without the media?
That's it. And I think there does need to be some more recognition for people in the media. So I'm so proud to be receiving it this year. Yes.
And you
absolutely.
deserve it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Long Island Film and TV Foundation is proud to honor Kristin Thorne with an Excellence in Newscasting Award. Thank you.
I am with Daniel Baldwin, who has a wonderful doc in the Long Island International Film Expo this year, and it's called My Promise to PJ. What a fabulous, fabulous movie that is. And I got to tell you, this guy keeps his promises.
Yeah, it was. I don't advise people to run with the bulls, but it was a promise that I made to a young man whose mom I knew all the way back to grade school. Barbara Jean Constantino. And I got involved with her son, PJ, in an effort to try to help get him sober from a heroin addiction. And we were in each other's lives for almost a decade. And finally, the last time that I put him in rehab, I asked him to write a bucket list of the 10 things he always wanted to do. And he wrote that list. And I compared it to the list I wrote when I got sober. And we had one match to run with the bulls in Pamplona, Spain. So I told him if he got 2 years sober, I would take him to run with the bulls. He ended up getting over 3 years sober, went back out, shot heroin one more time, overdosed, and died.
So terrible.
And so I lost him, and I struggled greatly. I mean, I've lost a lot of kids with this opioid epidemic, particularly here on Long Island. It's pretty bad. 2 years went by after his death, and I wasn't settled with it. So I decided to get into shape, to take his ashes to
Yes,
Spain.
you lost 57 pounds in what, 5 months?
57 pounds in 5 months. I didn't quite keep all of it off, but
What's your secret? I know you worked out intensely, but was it diet related also?
Yeah, it's mostly what you put inside you that determines how much you're going to weigh. So, although I did exercise, but I sustained some injuries along the way, and including running with the bulls. And but I fulfilled my promise.
Yes.
I took his ashes with me,
I
and
saw that.
and I spewed his ashes after I ran with the bulls, and kept my promise to PJ.
I want to just mention one thing. I noticed when you ran with the bulls, you touched one of the bulls.
I did.
What made you do that? Because I was very nervous for you when you did that.
I promised him I was gonna touch a bull's horn, I was gonna touch the bull, and then we won't give it away at the end of the movie, and then I was gonna do something else.
Yeah.
And so I realized when the last bull passed me, I hadn't touched the bull, and I just got him before he got by me.
I saw that. That was amazing. Well, I'm very happy that Barbara Jean was on board with doing this, and she had a very important message. I thought when she was sitting on a bench that was dedicated to her son, and the question you asked her was, what would you tell PJ if he was here right now? And I was very surprised, and you'll have to see the movie to find out.
There you go.
She had a very important message that she would tell PJ if he were to come before her and sit with her on the bench, right?
That's right.
So everybody, when you get a chance, you got to see My Promise to PJ, Daniel Baldwin. Great film. Don't miss it.
I made a promise.
Daniel, can we get a single first here?
There would be pain. It would be dangerous. There would be sacrifice. It's beginning to dawn on me just how much work I have to do. But I made a promise to my friend PJ. I promised him that I would take him to run with the bulls if he got 2 years sober.
The tragedy of addiction, and again, this is a cliche, is we can do everything right. Within reason, we can do everything right. And the kid still has a problem. They still, and sometimes a severe problem. And sometimes they die.
I lost 57 pounds in 5 months.
I would have to say, because of the lifestyle he was born into, that I was sorry. I don't think, maybe PJ never had a chance.
Each night the festival puts on an amazing fireworks show. For me, it was a time to think of PJ as I watched the rockets hurtling towards heaven.
My regrets are many. For myself, I feel like I didn't do him right. Wasn't hard enough. I gave him the benefit of the doubt way too much.
For the running, I don't think it would be possible, but we will confirm with the sonogram. Okay?
Okay, so I shouldn't run.
No.
I cannot run now. Cannot run.
All right, a California man talking from his hospital bed after he was gored by a bull during the running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain.
That's the type of thing that this has done to me. And I would tell him that. And if he knew that every aspect of our lives has changed because of the choice that he made.
And the winner is My Promise to PJ. Congratulations.
Yeah, come on up, Andy. This is our cinematographer and producer, Andy Bowles, for which without his help and his dedication, we never would have been able to make this film. If you didn't get a chance to see it, as a service to my sobriety, I place young men and women into recovery. Spread the word about this film, because if a parent sat down with a kid and watched and listened to the mother and the father and my brothers and sisters who are all in the film and talk about how devastating it is and what happens after you go, it may change what they do. It may help them and it may save a life. God bless you. Thank you.
Very powerful words, Mr. Baldwin. As everybody knows, I worked with Daniel's brother, Alec, on 30 Rock for 7 years. It was amazing. You guys look so much alike. I didn't realize how much you guys look alike, man. But, you know, big ups to you and your whole family, man. I'm a big fan of all of you guys.
I'm with Eddie McGee, and he has a wonderful series. Isn't it a series, Eddie's Place?
Not yet. We're in the works of it right now for it coming out online next year. It's very much a modern day Cheers.
Yeah. And how did you manage during the pandemic?
Struggled like everybody else, but you know, you keep honing in on your craft, you keep watching amazing pictures and reading fantastic scripts, and just keep picking away at it.
Right now, I'm with Peter Gaudio, who has a great role in
the television series Gravesend, which airs on Amazon Prime and Tubi. We're getting ready to air season 2, which would be in January of 2022. We shot 3 episodes in Miami. Now we're going to shoot another 7 here in New York City. Terrific. It's written by a very dear friend of ours, William DeMeo. And the writing is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. We have a tremendous cast with Armand Asante and William Forsythe and Andrew Dice Clay, Mario Cantone, Joseph D'Onofrio.
And who's your character?
I play Rocco Giordano,
a
soldier in the Coleso crime family, yes.
So that's not the only thing you've done. You have a history of doing bad guy films.
In The Bronx Tale, and back in the day with Alec Baldwin and James Russo I've worked with, and John Travolta and Gotti. And yes.
How'd you like the festival?
I loved it, and it's an honor to be here.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm going to see a couple of films that they just mentioned here this evening, and just looking forward to it. It's great.
Terrific, Peter. Best of luck.
Thank you, Helen. It's nice to see you.
I'm with the very beautiful and statuesque Debra Pirolo. Tell everybody what you do, Debra.
I'm a swimsuit model, and I modeled for Hawaiian Tropic, Ocean Pacific. And I've done a lot of runway modeling in the past, and I'm a Long Island native, and I'm here to support the filmmakers of Long Island.
That's wonderful. How do you like independent films?
I absolutely love them. There's so much talent, there's so much heart that goes into it, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and the stories are so unique, right?
They really are. They're so heartfelt. It's just wonderful. I feel like more Long Islanders should come out and support them.
True. If people want to follow you, where would they go?
They would go to Instagram, Deborah Pirolo, or Facebook, Deborah Pirolo.
I'm with Lukas Hassel, who's a terrific actor, and he also looks like he just stepped off a yacht.
I did. I took the yacht here.
He drove the yacht right down Sunrise Highway. So tell everybody, how have you been doing? You've been on the Blacklist.
Yeah, it's been a busy spring. I was Elias Van Dyke on the Blacklist all spring, so we were filming throughout COVID. I worked with some incredible people. It's been a really good run. And then we ended the season in June, and now I'm finishing up a script that I'm going to produce and make with a friend of mine, Lisa Belcher, in Texas, Austin, Texas.
Oh, well, you just did a wonderful movie with Lisa.
I did, Guest of Honor, exactly.
Yes.
We co-wrote a short film that Lisa directed, and we both acted in, and we hit it off. So we've been talking about the next projects, and we both wanted to make a feature.
Can you give us a hint?
It's going to be dark. My thing is, if you're going to try to make an indie feature for little money, you better make it different to what studios might make.
You're a presenter tonight, right, Lukas?
I am indeed. I've been fortunate enough to win some awards here in the past, and I presented here before. And Deborah Markovich, who runs this incredible festival, asked me to come back this year and present some awards for these incredible filmmakers. And I also got to give one of the Honoree awards away tonight to the wonderful Kim Delaney.
Oh,
so
lucky
I'm very
you.
proud about that fact.
Okay, is there a website where we can follow you?
Sure, yeah. My name is Lukas with a K, Hassel, HASSEL.com. Check it out there. You'll get all the news on my Instagram as well.
Congratulations. Actress Kim Delaney has won the Excellence in Film and TV Award from the Long Island Film and TV Foundation. Kim has had an impressive career portraying a variety of characters, including Detective Diane Russell on NYPD Blue, winning a Primetime Emmy Award. She will always be known and loved for her first TV role as Jenny Gardner on All My Children. Kim is back on the soaps in General Hospital. Recently, she had the role of a mom in Lifetime's The Long Island Serial Killer, A Mother's Hunt for Justice, which Kim found as a heart-wrenching character to play because it is a real-life story and this mother's search for her missing daughter. Kim enjoys doing comedy and would welcome some funny roles in the future.
Television role on ABC's All My Children, playing the beloved Jenny Gardner, earning her first Daytime Emmy nomination. She went on to star in many television shows, some of which are Tour of Duty, CSI Miami, Philly, The OC, and then two of her most memorable roles. She played Diane Russell in NYPD Blue. Yes, come on, look yourself. As well as Claudia Joy Holden in Army Wives. Now, during the 8 seasons she spent on NYPD Blue, she earned 3 Emmy nominations, 2 Golden Globe nominations, 3 Screen Actors Guild nominations, and she won the Emmy for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. On the big screen, she's appeared in many films, most notably Brian De Palma's Mission to Mars, which was kick-ass. She's a co-executive producer on various films like Finding Family and Devil to Pay. She starred in Lifetime's The Long Island Serial Killer, A Mother's Hunt for Justice, just this year. And to top it off, recently she was nominated for her second Daytime Emmy Award for her work on General Hospital, where she joined the cast as a guest star. So, illustrious long career, many years to come as well. The foundation is proud to present the Excellence in Film and TV Award to Kim Delaney.
It's humbling. It's very humbling to be honored. I appreciate it, and I thank you.
I am with the very handsome Sal Rendino, who was in the feature film One Moment, starring Danny Aiello, which happened to be Danny's last film. How are you doing, Sal?
Hanging in there, despite all these challenges. Yeah.
I know. So you were dealing with a topic that so many of us face, either on the end of being a senior citizen or being the child of a senior citizen, the grandchild of a senior citizen.
Yep.
How did doing the movie affect you?
Well, it really brought into focus, no pun intended, that dynamic, right? Yeah. And I'm getting into that stage right now where I'm dealing with it. You know, the writer-director Deirdre O'Connor, she lovingly names this the sandwich generation, because you're taking care of your own children and you're taking care of your parents. And she didn't invent the term, but she's using it, and it's a brilliantly captivating term that is very appropriate.
So now, when the project was presented to you, what was your reaction?
Oh my goodness! If you had read this script, you would have been like, I'm in. I don't care if I have to row a boat to get to the set. I'm in on this one. Yeah.
Now, do you have a senior citizen in your family that have you gone through this?
Oh yeah, a couple. Yeah. I mean, they took care of me so lovingly. It's the least I can do to take care of them.
Yeah. How was it working with Danny Aiello?
The gift from the gods. I mean, he brings so much heft and weight to what he does, and he taught us all by modeling the behavior of being like the lead of a movie and still being gracious and professional.
Yeah. There was a scene in there where his watch is brought to the watchmaker to be fixed.
Yes.
You want to tell us something about that? What did he do after he got his watch back?
Well, I was the culprit in that scene, because I take his watch and I'm just trying to appease him and get him a new watch, but he doesn't want a new watch. He wants that treasured watch that just doesn't work right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm just oblivious and shallow, and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy you a new watch. And I get him the new watch, and he gets the new watch, and then he reaches back in the bag and grabs the old watch, even though it's not working, and puts it back on.
What else you got coming up?
Hopefully a nice recurring on Law & Order Organized Crime with Christopher Maloney.
Terrific. Good for you. We're going to watch for you.
Please.
So the acting categories were decided prior to the film festival, but they're going to be awarded tonight. The winner for Best Supporting Actor is, look at each other, who could it be? Sal Rendino in 1 moment.
My sometimes on-screen ex-wife. I don't deserve this, really. I was walking out of the house to come here tonight, and on a lark, I asked my 18-year-old daughter, hey, I'm getting this thing, what should I say? She took about 5 seconds and she said, here's what you should say. 60 years in the business and it's finally paying off. She gets her sarcasm from my wife. And that's who I need to thank first and foremost, my wife, my rock of 20 years, and the bonus package is she's just a great off-screen reader for these self-tapes. And Deirdre O'Connor, our esteemed writer-director of One Moment, is here tonight, thank goodness, with her lovely partner and producer extraordinaire, Jody Weiner, who made this film seem like a smooth ride, at least for me. I know it probably felt to them as if they were giving birth to quadruplets with so many personalities to cater to, but you know, sometimes we get blessed with some great writing and some great collaborators, and this was one of those cases, and I'm so lucky to have been involved in this. Danny Aiello, God rest his soul, carried this film on his shoulders, and we miss him greatly, and he really led and taught by example, so this was an easy gig for me to enjoy. And my other collaborators among the cast, Adria, Frankie, Natalie, Sue, and all the great supporting cast. Again, it was such a labor of love, and so easy for us to get through this without much pain. I want to thank my agents at Clear Talent, Justin and Jamie, and my manager, Roger Paul and Elisa Greenberg, who are just tenacious. And that's it. Thanks so much.
I'm here with Deirdre O'Connor, who has the movie One Moment, which starred Danny Aiello, and it happens to be the last film that Danny ever made. What a great movie. And it deals with a topic that so many people are dealing with. What do you do with your aging parent, right?
Something that my family went through, and something that so many of my friends and just about everybody I ever met who's in that middle-age category has gone through or is going through.
Or they're going to go through, or they've already been placed by a family member. So now that was your inspiration. You wrote this?
I wrote it and directed it and produced it with my partner and spouse, Jody Weiner.
Yeah, and I understand that Danny Aiello happened to love the script, and he told his agent, I have got to do this. Now, there's also 2 lines in there that says, if you worry about what's going to happen, you miss out on the now, something like that. What is it?
The line, I wrote it, I should know it. If you focus too much on how good it was, you'll miss how good it is.
Isn't that the truth? One moment is so appropriate, right?
That's where the name comes from. It was a joy and a privilege to work with Danny Aiello. You know, of course, none of us knew that he was ill when we were filming, and he just was an inspiration to everybody the whole way through.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'm so sorry he didn't get to see it, but I think
He can see it. He
I
can see it.
I think so.
Is there a website where we can find out more?
Well, I'm on Facebook, littleredpurseproductions.com, and there is a website, littleredpurseproductions.com. Of course, it's a very long name to type in, but...
No. Well, I noticed at the end, at the credits, there's a little girl carrying a little red purse. Is that you?
That is me, and I have a big red purse today, but that was something from my mother. She used to dress us up for every holiday.
That was so cute.
And my sisters and I always had little red purses. So
very
homage to my mom.
Very nice. I loved it.
Thank
Everybody
you.
see One Moment.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Dad.
You need to fix my watch.
Three jewelers said the same thing. It's time for a new watch.
I'm bringing it to Gustav.
Do not drive that car.
What are you doing in the middle of the street?
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Dad, have you been to Mass yet? Come on, we're going to Mass.
Patrick hit me, Daddy.
Patrick, stop hitting your sister. That's a gift from France. A clock with no hands.
It's an artistic statement.
In my day, we called it broken. There you are. Come on, I gotta call him back and let him know that you're sick.
Oh,
The police.
Dad belongs in assisted living. It's too much to handle.
He doesn't want it. We can't afford it.
What about a daytime companion aid?
Good idea. We had 5. Here I am, a mother to my daughter and my father. Do I hide from life? If this is about me, I'm not falling for it.
You know, they think differently than you about a lot of things.
Like what?
Why is everything such a big secret in this family? Sometimes you keep quiet to keep the peace.
Why am I the last to know?
Dad, sometimes I wish I could go back. I wish I knew then how good we had it.
If you get stuck on how good it was, you'll miss how good it is.